guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today guys, I was on my way to Widgeon Peak. I just lit a fire because those bugs were driving me crazy. No matter, I had to stop. I was getting a little dehydrated. I kind of pushed myself a little bit. Those bugs were all on me no matter how much I sprayed myself. Not a single bug since I lit this up. So, well, I mean, they're around a little bit, but they're getting the picture pretty fast. So this is really helping. It's helping me think. I was having a really hard time lining up a thought. But guys, once again, I was on my way to Widgeon Peak. I've already been walking for 5 hours. It's a hot day. I'm a little tired, to say the least, right now. And basically, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. You can see Pitt Lake down there. So there's the mountains. What you see blue a little down there, guys? That's Pitt Lake. Those deer flies are really hungry. Anyways, guys, this is what I have going on today. I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing and I'm gonna come right back to you. That right there is Coquitlam Mountain. Looks a little different from the side. Yes, from the side. What you see over there, those are the North Shore Mountains behind this one. This, guys, that's Eagle Mountain. And Vancouver's somewhere back over there. I gotta get out of here. What just happened today. But basically, that right there is Burke Summit. I gotta get over that back to where Dead Peak is, where I was out in May, to basically make it not too bad to walking for in the morning, because I gotta get back home in the early afternoon. So it's already 3 o'clock and I'm already tired. So that's definitely not happening now. Basically, I just did what I tend to do a lot. I'm the one talking about pacing. Gotta pace yourself, and I'm the one pushing it all the time. I can't find these trails anywhere on the... It's not on Google Map. It's not on all trails. Oh, there are markers. This here on the ground, that's our markers. Remnant of markers. Very old markers. I had some couple ones that were on the ground I had to reset. You got stuff like this that's just falling apart. Those markers have been hanging in those trees for probably about 20 years. Check this out, guys. Well, that over there, guys, that's Pitt Lake. So I got the bandana on my back there because it's protecting my neck from the sun, but I also sprayed it with a bit of that DEET stuff. Keep the bugs from eating me too much. They are very, very hungry. Gosh, this is not going to be a good spot to walk at. Whoa. Whoa, guys. Oh. You know, I climbed up here thinking maybe this was Widgeon Peak. I was getting extremely thirsty. So, I didn't really know where I was at. I shouldn't have pushed myself like that. Old hat, Jefferson. Auctioneering. Another tag there. I put those up there because I wasn't too sure where I was going. Both of those were on the ground. So, check out that trail I'm following. It is a trail. I was looking at that. I wasn't too sure maybe if that was Widgeon Peak actually. So Widgeon Peak is basically behind this. So, this right here. The trail keeps going, guys. and it's going down. It's going down. I've already done 3-4 times up and down today, so I'm done right now. I won't be able to make it to a satisfying area there. I would just have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing to find a good spot to camp, because basically there's not a whole lot of camping on a slope like that, you know. I would have to get to Widgeon Peak, go all the way down to Widgeon Creek campground, and basically camp there. Not really worth it. I don't think I can make it there for another at least 4 hours. And I don't feel like pushing it like that and hiking until 7, 8 o'clock tonight. So some spots still have snow like this, guys. But this is barely anything compared to what I had to deal with the other day. One thing before I keep going here, guys, going to Widgeon Lake from Burke Mountain by foot instead of the good old canoe style. If you're wondering why nobody does that anymore, stop wondering. Nobody's doing this. What I've been talking about doing, what I've been trying to do, because it is an excruciating amount of work. Pretty ridiculous. I don't know if I'm actually going to try this again. Sorry guys, I stalled there for a second. I actually lost the trail and I was about to go down there. You don't want to be walking that. So. I know the sequence is not the best, but sometimes even when we know what we're doing, we do silly things. I got a heat stroke today, guys. Pretty badly too. I usually take a lot better care of myself than this, but I was really eager to make it to Widgeon Peak. I had water, but I didn't have enough, and I had no other means of rehydrating myself, and by that I mean I usually carry a bunch of oranges, small oranges. I love to carry those on my hikes, but when I go for an overnighter, it's a lot of extra weight, so I don't carry those. I'm unable to keep anything down pretty much right now. Tiny little bit of water is the max that my stomach is handling. I've tried 2 or 3 times to eat just a tiny little something and then have a little bit of water with it too. It sits in there for maybe 20 minutes and it doesn't stay in there. Last I filmed on the mountain there was about 3 o'clock. I got about this spot, I was about 5. So, yeah. That's why you guys are just seeing me laying here now. I slept for about an hour-ish after I set this all up. And I woke up a little cold because the sun was going away. So, I basically got up, put a sweater on, finished my setup, and hung my food. Ugh. Oh man, so guys, I'm taking the time to tell you about my probably my biggest fail so far, because when it's hot, guys, it's hot, okay? On top of the mountains, when they say it's 25 degrees down in the city, and you climb a mountain, it's gonna be really hot at the top of that mountain. I feel like crap, guys. It's literally, to say the least. So now it's 8:30. I've been here since about 5. Haven't been able to eat anything, and I haven't been able to keep down anything. So I'm gonna keep going with the water And right now I don't think I'm gonna get out of this tent until about 5 o'clock in the morning, guys. I'm gonna go to bed now. See you in the morning, guys. Wrong door. Hey guys, good morning. For you guys who thought I wouldn't make it, here I am. I am back. You guys realize I just slept for like 12 hours? That's what happens when you get heat stroke. Good morning, Coquitlam! That's how you start a day. Oh, gosh. Okay, this morning, I'm not as lucky that I was that day a couple of weeks ago on Mount Seymour. I got up that morning, mosquitoes were still sleeping. This morning, they got up and I was sleeping, so they're ready to eat. I chose this awesome spot right in between two ponds because, hey, you know, I like the view. This guy came by yesterday and actually asked me if I was gonna go for a swim. I told him no, but I might try to sing with the mosquitoes, I told him. That's one big pond I got here. Lots of water to drink. Drank a whole water bottle through the night. Probably why I'm so good right now. Guys, be careful when you go in the mountains. Everybody wants to push themselves, but you can't push it too hard. Woo! Oh, I'm getting eaten alive. Where's that guy? Is he still there under those clothes? I don't know. Just quickly, guys, I came back because I was not feeling too good and I didn't want to camp too far in case I would wake up this morning and still not be in good shape. So I kept pushing it a little bit extra, which is probably why I was such in a bad shape when I got here last night. All right, let's go get the food. I still have food, guys. Well, guys, splitting this piece of wood on its own, it splits and it peels. This wood out here is meant to survive the winter. If you're gonna use it, you need some tricks like this. Learn this watching a bushcraft channel. That's another load. I brought wood, but I always like to, you know, not just burn my wood and then run all over the place. And this is literally how far I could possibly have gone with how bad I was feeling. When I set this up yesterday, I was done, guys. I was so done. I literally just a bit after where I filmed in May, and I called it Burke Mountain Summit. Basically, the summit, you need to go a little bit further, guys. A little bit further, it goes down, comes back up, goes around a massive old rock slide, and then it goes around that, and then the trail keeps going towards that Widgeon Peak area. But right there's also a junction that in the backside of what we see that climbs. That is actually Burke Mountain Summit. So I need to change the name of that one video I took in May. Okay. Oh, already starting to overheat. It's about 8:30, I think, right now. I made some extra holes at the bottom as well to give it a bit more air. Well, guys, I just had a little bit to eat. I think it's going to stay in there. Hopefully. I need energy to get off the mountain. If I can't eat anything this morning, I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here until I can eat something and it stays in there. Alright, I think this oatmeal, this water might be boiling soon. I can feel hunger really kicking in right now. I'm going to talk quickly about gear. I'm not a gear guy. I don't ever talk about gear. I'm getting at with the gear here, this is what I want to talk about. This mattress, guys. This thing is a brand Unigear. I bought this off of Amazon. It cost me, with shipping, about 60 bucks. Of it, and I was a little sketched out at first, to be honest. I was thinking this material is kind of not the best. But this mattress, guys, is the best thing I've ever slept on in the bush. 60 bucks. Really easy to inflate. There's a little pillow on it here. I like to spin it and then like fold it and put it against my bag, and it does a really good tent pillow. So it's super easy to inflate. There you go, that's already deflated. And now this one. Why I'm showing this off, guys, is for the price that I paid for this off of Amazon. I spent before about one mattress I bought on sale, Thermarest kind of style mattress. On sale at Canadian Tire. It was originally about 100 bucks. I spent about 75. And then this other really old, just kind of like a cushion thing that rolls up and it takes so much space that pretty much everybody's tried it at least once. Paid about 20 bucks for that at Walmart or Canadian Tire back in the day. And so the two combined I've used before. I've used the one Thermarest by itself. The two together kind of got a comfy glimpse, I would say, a glimpse of comfiness. But this thing, guys, this thing has changed my perspective on how comfy it is to sleep out in the backcountry. And regardless if I'm not comfortable, I'm gonna go out to the bush anyways, because I love it. I love being out in the backcountry. I feel it's really good for my soul. You guys who are new to this channel, that's what's up. I spent 60 bucks on this thing. Okay? Man, I love it. Little update on the heat stroke. I am awesome, guys. I ate some oatmeal with that peanut butter. I've had some more of those cranberries and everything. And I'm feeling a little bit of remnants from yesterday, but my stomach basically shrunk from having nothing in it. And barely any water. And all the stuff that was going in is just thrown back out. So my stomach really overnight kind of shrunk, right? So that's what I'm kind of working on right now. But other than that, guys, A-okay. I am ready to hit the trail right after I pack up. Alright, guys. Packed up camp. It's basically 11 o'clock right now. That's when I camp, guys. Right there. Awesome. Now, it's time to get out of here. The second I put out that fire, those flies were all over me again, so. Yeah. To get to the SkyTrain, actually, I might just get on the bus instead. Walk to that closer bus stop. Not 100% sure yet, but definitely gonna be taking the easiest way out of here. I like to keep my word when I give times that I'm going to be coming back at, because, you know, start messing around with that, well, privileges get taken away pretty fast. I'm extremely lucky I'm able to get out here. Extremely lucky. Yeah. Nice little meadow. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Off the trail, guys. Aha! That's what it is. Trail's coming over here. Coquitlam Mountain, guys. No trespassing. Coquitlam watershed drinking water supply. Trespassers will be prosecuted. This area is under video surveillance. Whatever you do here, guys, don't do anything weird. What a gorgeous sight. Yay, fresh water. Well, I must have pumped at least 200 liters of this thing so far. Stopped counting a long time ago, but so after walking all of that, my head, I rested really well last night, but my body is still suffering a little bit from that heat stroke. And I gotta say, that's definitely the worst heat stroke I've ever had. Getting caught in the rain is one thing, you know, freezing, hiding under my tarp like on that rained out video. Well, that's not fun. And yeah, you can die that way. It's not the only way. This right now felt really, whew, that took so much out of me yesterday, guys. So much. The only thing I've experienced that could possibly compare to that, I talk about it in that video, I cook pork chops and veggies. One of my first outings on my own when I was about 14 years old, I went out to the bush that was about a kilometer walk behind our house. Back in the day, we lived in the countryside near cornfields. So basically, I headed out there in the snow, and it was definitely about -10, -15 that night. So not so cold. Not so cold for a Quebec winter, I need to mention. So it was still pretty cold. So I was definitely prepared. I had a fire, I had a lean-to shelter, and it was really good at first. But you know, I got comfy and I went to sleep. Didn't use all of my gear for sleeping because, you know, I was already warm. The fire was going nice. Then I fell asleep. Fire went out. I froze. That time I was the coldest I've ever been in my whole life, still to this day. That night, I just about died right under that lean-to shelter. I woke up and I was so numb. I just right away, my reflex, because I had done the scouts then, and I was also, at that time, I was still in the cadets. I was learning about survival stuff, and I was right in the heart of all that. But when I woke up and I was freezing cold like that, to the point that my body was getting numb, I was just laying there. You know, I woke up and I realized all my extremities were not doing well. So I rolled myself into a ball basically, and I moved a little bit back and forth, and with my hands, while I was in the ball, I was rubbing my hands together. And I did that for a solid 5 to 10 minutes because I could not, for the life of me, get out of that sleeping bag and get moving, you know? Just a kilometer from home. I almost died out there. So, once I started picking up a bit of heat, I was already, you know, feeling a little bit better. The fingers aren't so numb and everything. Blood starts flowing through, but it's still it's like, who knows how bad in hypothermia I was that time. I was not in good shape. But basically the second I had blood flow, I got up, ripped everything out of place, and I had a sled that I had to take everything with me out there. I just packed everything into the sled, just whatever, man, get it out of here, and hauled it back home. I got back home, I didn't even unpack anything. I just went inside, and we had a wood stove, and my dad always used that wood stove. And so that morning, my dad heard something. I was wondering, came down, just saw me laying in my bed. My bed was near the stove. I had a weird bedroom set up, but I liked it. So I was just in my bed, rolled up, and he came down and he looked and saw I was home, and was, oh, I thought you slept in the bush. And I told him I did. He's like, well, welcome back home. Didn't know what happened. He just thought, out of place, so I gotta go home. But when I told him the story later on through that day, yeah. Now today that I am a parent, I know what possibly could have gone through his head. Got lucky. See all kinds of people out here. Saw this guy earlier. He's in his almost in his 80s. All he was carrying was a bottle of Viga stuff. No backpack, nothing. 2 poles. His name was Frank. I asked him if he used the internet a little bit, because him and I were chatting there. We were chatting for probably over half an hour, and so I asked him if he uses the internet at all. I was gonna tell him about the YouTube channel, but doesn't use the internet. So I don't use the internet. I don't drink. I don't smoke. All I was doing was work and hike. All I do is hike and do some projects. Nice chat, Frank. Sure hope I see you out here again. And some people you could literally talk with all day. And there's those people you talk with for 2 seconds and you just want the backseat dude with a cane to... That was an interesting outing. I will be trying this trail again. Last night I was not really motivated for it, but with less weight, I could literally do everything I just did, make it to Widgeon Peak, or in that area. There's definitely a trail. So, pack less stuff. But that would have to be a day thing. Can't be going up and down those mountains like that. It's like the Needles in North Vancouver over there. Going with all this, I mean, it's not like I'm the most in shape guy in the world. And there's a lot of people out there that are much more in shape than I am. I'm pretty good, I think, but yeah, there's a lot of things I could change. Do better, eat better. If I was started working out, because no, I don't ever work out, guys. I do stretches. I'll do the really odd push-ups at home just to, you know, give it some fit a bit. But no, I never go out working out. Never really saw the point. That's just me. So, anyway, I'm gonna leave you on this. If you go out in the mountains, please plan. Stay as much as you can out of the heat. Goodness gracious, stay hydrated, guys, no matter what your trick is. If you did like the video, please like it. And if you want to see more, not like this, but more better, subscribe. I can guarantee you there's a lot of that coming, but once in a while, or sometimes a few times in a row, you gotta hit your face on the wall. So, cheers, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Hope you have a great day.